All right, welcome back to another Flying Trout Days on the Water episode. It's nice and early. It's about 5:30 in the morning. We're getting a nice start. We've got most of the day to fish, so we're gonna fish until early afternoon, noon, depending on how the fishing is. We've got some stuff to do this afternoon, but we've got the whole morning, about an hour drive out. So really looking forward to today. But first things first, we gotta go get some breakfast. There's a fish. We've got our river, or going to the river breakfast this morning. Stopped at Lift Coffee Bar up here in Loveland. Got a iced whiteout, super good coffee. We also got a breakfast burrito and a blueberry scone. Their blueberry scones are always delicious, but I have yet to have their breakfast burritos, so we're gonna give this bad boy a shot, see how this sucker tastes. It's hot. Alright, it's hot, but that is a pretty damn good breakfast burrito. Alright, so if you're in the Loveland area, check out Lift Coffee Bar. Super good coffees, super good pastries, dang good burritos too. Alright, let's get out to the river. Alright, made it out to the river. River's looking a little high. Nothing like unfishable or anything, but I'm thinking, be pushing fish closer to the banks. I'm also thinking I'm going to use the 6-weight today, get a little bit more casting distance, be able to do that. So we're going to start with an indicator rig with nymphs, and I think because it's so heavy, heavy on the flows, I'm actually going to use a pretty heavy woolly booger as kind of like my point fly to help get that down and drop it down. Then I'm going to go to like a mayfly imitation, probably like a paragon or maybe a beaded pheasant tail. And then I'm going to use a really small fly up above that. So kind of fish 3 flies, get all my bases covered. I think that's going to be the name of the game. But I've got a couple of new pieces of gear. Nothing huge or anything, but a couple of small things. So I finally picked up one of these pods from Fish Pond. Just a place to kind of store tippet and stuff that I cut off. I got the bigger version, but it's just harder to carry, and so pretty excited to have this today, instead of just throwing all my tippet as I trim it off. I've been throwing it just in my chest pack, and so it gets a little annoying. So super excited for this. And then we also finally got some of these lariat gear straps from Fish Pond as well to put on the side of the backpack. So I'm gonna get these put on, throw on waders and everything, and then let's get some fishing, huh? We took a little bit longer getting ready there, but I think it's gonna be for a good reason. I've been hearing a lot about these swivel setups, and I decided today was the day to kind of try one out. I didn't realize I had any, and I looked. I had a few tippet ring holders that had swivels on them, so I was like, yeah, screw it, whatever. I'll give it a shot because I've been seeing a lot on TikTok and YouTube and all that sort of stuff. So show you kind of the rig that we've got set up here. I'll start up here at the top. So we got about a 10-foot, 12-foot leader. And so that leader comes to a tippet ring. The tippet ring's underneath this medium-sized Oros indicator that we have. Then you go down here. We've got 2X on that tippet ring, and it comes all the way down to a swivel that is right here. And on that swivel, we use that as a point of contact for our first fly. We've got kind of this little midge pupa sort of action going on right there, so something super realistic. Then we've got more 2X that goes down to another swivel. And on that swivel, we've got a little beadhead prince nymph right there. And then that swivel comes down with some 4X down to our woolly booger that's gonna act as our anchor fly. So, different setup. I've never really fished anything like it, but I figured today's a good day. I really like the idea of having those swivels on there because it just makes those changes easier. You know, I've been trying tag a lot, and they've been slipping and sliding. I don't know, not been like my favorite thing, not had a ton of success. So I started seeing these swivels, and a lot of people use them more for like the movement and everything they give, I think. But I thought, man, if you're already tying a swivel on there, why not go ahead and use those to tie on your tags and get them a little bit more secure and make fly changes a little bit easier. So when I have to change flies, or if I decide to, I can just change one instead of changing a lot of flies, or having to change the whole rig. So really hopeful for it. We'll see if it works. I could also see the swivels kind of being a little too heavy, so making the drift a little bit weird, or kind of, you know, warning the fish that a fly is coming. But let's take it down to the river and see what happens, I guess. River's looking just a little higher, but it's looking really clear as well. So we're gonna go down this little embankment here, start fishing kind of to the back of this. I think this nice soft section right here is looking really good. Trying to see if I can see any forms or anything like that down there. Try not to absolutely eat it coming down. All right, so I'm not loving the weight of the woolly booger. I think it's just a little too heavy. So I'm gonna downsize the fly a little bit, switch to like a mayfly imitation, I think. And then we'll go from there, see if that works a little bit better. Already, I like the way that casts a little bit better. Forgot to turn the camera on, but all right, so we got kind of a portion that
got a little bit heavy on the run. You can probably hear it right now. So we're walking up ahead of that. We're gonna skip it. And we're gonna get up. There's a section just up here that is a little bit softer. And I think we're gonna switch out all of our flies as well, to see if we can change it up a little bit. So I think we're gonna go with a larger Prince Nymph on the bottom, purple paragon in the middle, and then unweighted, might even go with an RS2, a smaller RS2 up top. I think we'll go with that. We'll keep trying this swivel rig through this section, and if we can't get anything off of there, then we'll probably switch up the rig, or maybe just simplify it. Take one of the swivels out and do 2 swivels instead of, or 1 swivel instead of 2. So we're gonna get through here and then see how it goes. Well, there's one. Small brown off of the purple paragon. Very nice fish. Got another beautiful brown trout. Right, well, the action's increasing a little bit. Just got a nice brown trout and then a pretty decent sized rainbow out of this little section here. So we're gonna keep fishing this all the way up. They've been taking that purple paragon just a ton. I like that spot right there, I think. Throwing in those subtle mends. All right, before we get too ahead of ourselves, I want to get over here and fish this bank a little bit over here too. I think we're gonna have to shallow her up just a smidge. There's another stick. So we've been fishing almost 2 hours on that swivel setup, and it's been working okay. I've got 3 fish on the board, maybe 4, 3 or 4 fish. So it's been good, but we're gonna change it up. You know, that's a little bit slower for me on this river system specifically. So we are gonna do same flies, same depth, everything. Same indicator color, but we just cut the swivel out, and so it's just the 2 flies. I've got the purple paragon, and then onto the bend of that hook, I've got just a little unweighted, no bead head pheasant tail. We're gonna give that a shot, see if it changes the numbers, just to see if the swivel setup was maybe the flaw. All right, the purple paragon has been doing extremely well. They haven't gone for any of the other mayflies, so I'm thinking we throw on a caddis imitation instead. Get kind of a nice small fly in the mix, get a different food form. See if maybe there's some more selective trout in there that aren't liking the mayfly thing. I do all my flies with a clinch knot, so I just wrap 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times with 6 or 4x tippet. Just goes back through there. Lick that down, and then we're going to tighten that bad boy up. Trim off our excess. And then instead of just letting this go into the river, that's why I bought that Poudre. So we're just going to drop that tippet in there. All right, now we're rocking it on with 2 flies again, and we didn't litter. There's a fish. Ooh, come here. Where's my net? There she is. All right. Looks like purple paragon again. It's just the fly of the day today, I guess. There he is. Very nice fish. Send him back on his way. All right, so there's one off of the purple paragon again. Come back over here into the shallows a little bit. See if anybody's hanging out over here. Let's get another drift going through there, huh? Aha! Another stick! That purple paragon out of there. Hey, we would have had a good hook set there. There's another fish. Little rainbow it looks like. Oh, come on. All right, again, off of that paragon. Well, I don't know if I could have asked for a better drift than that through there. Well, got one. Another rainbow. Look at that fish. Beautiful. There he goes. Well, I guess we didn't scare everybody out of there. Man, what an incredible day on the water. We're heading back a little bit earlier than I wanted to. There's this big storm here moving in. It looks like, so there's lots of lightning, lots of thunder in that storm. Don't really want to play around with that. So sometimes it's better to just call it quits. But all in all, man, like what a good day. We tried a new technique and it didn't really work out. So we switched back and gained some more confidence on some key fly patterns that we've been tying and on a technique that is just kind of tried and true for us. So I don't really want to discount the swivel totally yet. You know, I was using pretty large swivels and I still caught some fish and stuff. So I'm thinking get a micro swivel going on, downsize that a little bit, and I think I might give it another shot. But one of the things that I like, you know, there's all this tying to like the bend of the hook and all these different techniques now of tying onto the tags and like the slidable systems and all of this different stuff, and they all seem great, and I've tried a lot of them, but man, I keep coming back to just the normal tried and true tying it on the end of the hook. And I think really the reason is that it's just all in one line. You know, your strike detection is better, your contact is better, and so I think you just get a little bit better connection with those flies whenever you're doing it that way. And I've just had more success, more hookups, more catches, all the things. Holy smokes, I don't know if you guys heard that, but it sounds like we got some hail coming in. So I think we called it the right time. But man, what an awesome day. Good time to be out on the water. Try some new techniques. We're going to drive through the storm, get home, and